Hey, what's up, Niners faithful? You know we're always here, keeping you in the loop with every 49ers move and rumor. Right now, as we're heading into the second half of the season, our 49ers are looking for every edge they can get. As always, the goal is to refine, sharpen, and get our team in the best position possible to bring home the win. So if you're excited to see who we might bring in before the trade deadline, go ahead and smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates. Let's get into what's happening in trade talk and how it could impact our season. With the trade deadline coming up on Tuesday, we're at a critical point. While the team has been solid, there are clear areas where we could use some reinforcements, especially on the defensive line. The season-ending triceps injury to Javon Hargrave has really hit us hard. He was a powerhouse in the middle, and without him, our defensive line isn't quite as dominant. Now the big question is, can we get someone before the deadline to fill this gap? It's a tight timeline, and the options aren't endless, but the 49ers front office is working hard to make something happen. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. The names DeForest Buckner and DJ Jones have been floating around, but here's the unfortunate news. According to Diana Russini at The Athletic, neither Buckner from the Indianapolis Colts nor Jones from the Denver Broncos are expected to be available for trade. I know, it's a letdown. Both of these guys would be huge additions for us. Let's talk about why these two would have been such perfect fits. Buckner, a former first-round pick by the 49ers, is a player we know well. He's a force on the line and has the rare ability to both stop the run and pressure quarterbacks. He's been a steady anchor for the Colts and recently signed a 2-year, $46 million extension. Sure, it's a high price tag, but our cap space could accommodate him. It's a shame he's not likely to be on the table, because with his experience and skill set, he'd bring instant credibility to the line. And then there's DJ Jones, another familiar face for us. Drafted by the 49ers in 2017, Jones went on to become one of the most reliable run defenders in the league. Now with the Broncos, he's in the final year of a 3-year, $30 million contract. If we could have landed him, Jones would have been a plug-and-play addition that would bolster our run defense and bring back that tough, physical presence he was known for. It's disappointing news, but the reality is that Jones is doing well in Denver, and they're hesitant to let him go. So, if Buckner and Jones are off the table, where does that leave us? Well, one name that's gaining traction as a potential target is Davon Godchaux from the New England Patriots. While he may not be as flashy or as experienced as Buckner or Jones, he's a solid run stopper who could help patch up our interior defensive line. Godchaux is a tough, physical tackle known for his high motor and his ability to plug holes. His availability is definitely a positive for us, and he might be more realistic given the Patriots are having a rocky season and could be looking to shake things up. He's not necessarily a game changer, but sometimes, it's the solid, steady players like Godchaux who can fill a gap and allow others to shine. Adding a guy like him would strengthen our rotation and take some pressure off our other linemen, which would be valuable as we push towards the playoffs. While we're on the subject of making moves and filling gaps, let's take a moment to give some credit to two of our stars who made Pro Football Focus's midseason All-Pro team, George Kittle and Fred Warner. These two have been nothing short of phenomenal this season and are showing the world why they're among the best in the league. Kittle, our beloved tight end, is on track for another 1,000-yard season with over 500 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns already. He's coming off a massive game against the Cowboys, racking up 128 yards on 6 catches and proving he's still the guy you can rely on when the stakes are high. His offensive grade of 88.5 leads all tight ends this season, and he's dominating in yards per route run. Every time he steps on the field, Kittle brings that energy and playmaking ability that makes him a nightmare for defenses. Then there's Warner, the captain of our defense. With 66 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a defensive grade of 91.6, the highest of his career, Warner is on another level. This season, he's forced 4 fumbles and leads all players in coverage grade, not just linebackers. Warner is a Defensive Player of the Year candidate for a reason. The guy is everywhere, making plays, covering ground, and showing why he's the heart and soul of our defense. To fill the gap left by Hargrave's injury, the team has had to make some moves within our own roster. Recently, we promoted undrafted rookie Evan Anderson from the practice squad. While Anderson doesn't have the experience or the profile of some of these big-name players, he's been putting in the work and could bring a fresh dynamic to our defensive line rotation. Sure, Anderson has a lot to prove, and he's facing steep competition in the NFL. But every once in a while, it's the young guys who come in with that hunger and determination and surprise everyone. He's got the size and physicality to make an impact, and if he can step up, he might be able to fill part of the void that Hargrave's absence has left. For Anderson, this is a golden opportunity to make a name for himself on one of the league's top defenses. Let's talk about one of the big challenges the front office faces when trying to make these trades happen: managing cap space. Yes, the 49ers have some flexibility, but the reality is we're carrying some hefty contracts, and with several key players' deals coming up, Lynch and Shanahan need to be mindful about making sure any new additions fit within our budget without compromising future plans. That's why every potential trade move has to be carefully considered. We're aiming for immediate impact players who can help us push towards a Super Bowl run, but not at the expense of future seasons. It's all about finding that balance, which isn't always easy. But we know Lynch and Shanahan are experts at making savvy decisions, so we'll see how they navigate this tight deadline. So, faithful, now that you're up to speed on the latest trade rumors and potential moves, we want to hear from you. Which direction do you think the team should go? Are you disappointed that Buckner and Jones are off the table, or do you think Davon Godchaux could still give us the boost we need on the defensive line? And what are your thoughts on Evan Anderson? Do you think he's ready to step up? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Your engagement helps us keep bringing you exclusive 49ers content. And if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, so you don't miss a single update. Let's keep pushing, keep the faithful strong, and keep our eyes on that ultimate prize. Go Niners!